Hello YouTube, shout outs to all my international viewers and all my viewers in the United States. Okay, of course I'm gonna get to all the important stories, as quick as possible. But I'll just like to say for all my fans who are on the northeast coast of America, it's cold. And just be extremely careful out there in this frigid temperature, okay? Alright, so let's get to the business at hand. Well, there's a couple of stories that are trending tonight on the international front. The first one, of course, is with this Venezuelan beauty pageant or beauty queen, Miss Venezuela 2004. And her husband got killed in a tragic ambush. The details are a little sketchy because obviously the people who are reporting the stories were not there. Now, apparently what happened is that while on vacation, Miss Venezuela and her husband with her young child basically were driving up a highway in Venezuela and the car broke down. What proceeded to happen next is that they called a tow truck. Before the tow truck came, they were ambushed. Some reports state that they actually got robbed or the perpetrators tried to rob them. Regardless of what happened, a bloodbath occurred and Miss Venezuela and her husband died of gunshot wounds. Fortunately, the little child survived, but apparently that child is going to need some serious help in the future because not having both of your parents there is hell. So let's pray for that family, and I hope that whoever is responsible for this gets the full harm of justice. And I'm going to take a quick second to let my viewers know, wherever you're traveling, even if it's your native country, please make sure that you're very careful. Know your surroundings. In this case, who knows what could have been done? The car broke down. There's just nothing that you could have done about that except to call and ask for help. And while they were waiting for help, they got killed. So it's a very unfortunate situation. So I'm asking my viewers on the international front, on the local front, wherever you are, if you're visiting a new town, new city, new country, new area, always be careful, always be cognizant of your surroundings. Now, as we proceed, the next story that's on the international front is, of course, Dennis Rodman's visit to North Korea. According to reports, Dennis Rodman is visiting there because he wants to promote some kind of relationship between the North Korean leader, Kim Jong-un, and America, which, I'm stuttering because that right there, it's too much politics. It's just too much politics. And to make a long story short, let's get to the point. North Korea has nuclear weapons. Okay? North Korea is a dictatorship. It's an unstable country. Nobody knows what really goes on in there. And America and its allies are afraid of that country. Okay? North Korea has been accused of some of the most horrible human trafficking, abuse to humanity. It's just war crimes. It's all over the place. So there's a lot of issues there, and all of a sudden Dennis Rodman is going to be there to play a basketball game on this leader's birthday. So, you know, it's a lot of issues. So this is creating a problem for the politicians, for everyone. Now, it came to a head when Dennis Rodman was interviewed by Chris Cuomo. And for those who aren't familiar with Chris Cuomo, he was first newscaster, news anchor on ABC in New York, and his brother is Andrew Cuomo, and his father is a former governor, Marian Cuomo, if I'm not mistaken. Please Google it. So he has a long history of, you know, being in the public spotlight, but also too he's been a very polarizing figure in the news industry, simply because he states his opinion. And when you're doing you know, network news, it's not necessarily a good thing to have your own opinion. When you're doing cable news, it's a little bit different. So when he left ABC, I didn't hear much rumors like, oh my God, ABC missed him. There wasn't any such news. You know, like when Sam Champion left recently, you know, a lot of people are saying that it was a great loss to ABC. But when Chris Cuomo left, nobody said anything. I guess they were probably glad that he left. Anyway, getting to the point, you know, Chris Cuomo interviewed Rodman and started to question Rodman about a man that's being held right now in North Korea. And the interview escalated to something big. And, you know, Rodman was acting all crazy and blah, 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 and going mad on Chris Cuomo. And that was that. Now, what this visit to North Korea means for the United States, no one knows. Because again, this leader is a very polarizing figure. You know, it's a totalitarian government, a complete dictatorship. It's human rights violations. There's so much that's, you know, not right, that's unsettling with this country, that, you know, I don't even think the American government knows where to start with this country. So I guess, on a side note, Dennis Rodman is probably doing something, I guess, right, in quote-unquote right, in trying to mend relationships with this country, but it's going to take a whole lot of mending to fix the situation. But let's see what will happen. There's going to be more videos. So, moving on, for my hip-hop fans, as you know, rapper Young Jeezy was arrested for some harsh accusations. Basically, he was charged with kidnapping his own son, harassment, and a whole host of other charges recently. Of course, he posted his $45,000 bond, and it was done. It was over. So it's gonna go to trial. Let's see what happens. Who else is trending today? I think those were the top stories for today. So I'm gonna just say that the things that I talk about aren't necessarily the most important things in the world. As usual, I always advise my viewers to please be kind to those who are around you, those who love you, those who take care of your laundry, take care of your food, is there for you day in and day out. Don't get caught up with the celebrity life, the things that I talk about. It's just for entertainment. Of course, I always try to give a little life lesson along the way, so take the life lessons serious, but the things about celebrities and world politics, you know, it's gonna happen. You know, wars and politics and celebrities has been happening before I was here is going to continue after I'm here, and you know, so